on. They said they saw him going to an Aretha Franklin show.
I get asked a lot what letterpress printing is. Some people don't realize that it's such an old process. It's the idea of printing with movable type or imagery on these machines dates back centuries. Whether it's screen printing or digital printing, any kind of flat printing is different from letterpress printing, because with letterpress, you run the paper through the press each time by hand, one at a time, and you have to mix the ink yourself and put ink onto the press and clean the press. When I was in college, I studied printmaking at the University of Georgia and just fell deeper in love with relief printmaking specifically. Whether it was carving wood blocks or letterpress printing, I love that you can achieve that indentation in the paper, which is pretty specific to letterpress printing. It's kind of in my blood. My grandpa owned a printing business where they would do letterpress printing and engraving.
I wandered off a little while, expecting to be called brighter goddess, brighter hate, brighten and bless, there's nature and fate.
Well, with letterpress printing, there has to be a lot of pre-planning. Like you have to order the printing plate so you know exactly what your image is going to print like. But then there's also a certain amount of happy accident that happens while you're printing, whether it's your ink color coming out slightly differently than you had expected, whether the image itself interacts with whatever paper you choose in a specific way or composition. There's some variables that can happen during the printing process that always leave a little bit up to chance. Each color and each design is its own run through the press. So if I am working on, say, a 5-color print, like the Spring Ephemerals print I have, that means I have 5 different plates, a plate for each color, and that also means that I need to clean the rollers after I get done printing each color and put new ink, put the next color on the rollers next, and put the new plate on to run that color. Run all of one color at a time. It's very precise. The stakes get higher with with the number of colors that you're printing. With each run, you have to be really mindful of where you're placing your paper when you feed it into the press to make sure it lines up.
Brighter Mark, brighter Catherine, brighter Clark, brighter Katie, brighter Joe, brighter Gaby, the fire glow. I stopped in for a little while.
I'd say about 50% of my work is focusing on custom projects, whether it's custom design work and wedding suites or business cards, or just custom art prints. And then the other 50% is my own designs, printing my own designs that are ready to ship right off the shelves or right out of my website. When I'm doing my own designs, I am most inspired by my environment. I do a lot of local themed prints, waterfalls. I love drawing maps. I do a lot of both custom maps and also kind of specific ready-to-buy maps that I sell a good deal of. I'm also inspired by nature and flora and fauna. I do a lot of birds. I print a lot of birds and also flowers and herbs and plants.